It's the hope that kills you. Wolverhampton Wanderers yet again lose another Premier League football match. It finishes Fulham 3, Wolves 0 at Craven Cottage. And another disastrous afternoon for Vitor Pereira and this football club, which from top to bottom at the moment is an absolute shit show. And we remain bottom of the Premier League table. And maybe I can just highlight and cut and paste little bits of every video that I've done so far, every reaction video that I've done so far this season, because he took a massive gamble once again on the 11. Little things, little fine margins going against us. But ultimately, as a football club, you need to create your own luck and you need to create the opposition's mistakes. And Wolves are doing very little of that today, or all season, I should say. Vitor took a massive risk once again with the 11. He admitted on Wednesday evening after the Chelsea game he got the starting 11 wrong. I will be very interested. I'm intrigued to see his comments shortly to see what he says about that 11 again, because leaving João Gomez and Andre out of the team altogether was a real shock. To a degree, I was intrigued by it because whatever we've done so far obviously hasn't worked, but today it didn't work either. Just 9 minutes in, you go 1-0 down from, in my opinion, our own mistake, just opening up and making it so easy for Fulham once again, and Sessegnon scores, and then you get the red card for Agbadou. So that does scupper your plans a little bit, and that makes life very, very difficult, especially when you're already 1-0 down. I thought at the time he was unlucky. I thought it was a bit of a coming together and maybe he'd won the race. But yeah, on the replay, he's obviously... he fouls King, who seems a really lively young player, by the way. And I was hoping something would go our way. Was King offside? Did King handball it? Looked like a couple of the replays he did. So maybe Agbadou is unfortunate on that. But yeah, that scuppers our plans completely. We probably played our best football right at the death. We had at the first half, at the end of the first half, I should say. Sorry. Some nice interplay on the right hand side of Keanu Hoover, Jean-Luc Bellegarde. He plays the ball right across the face of goal, and someone has got to be there to put it in the back of the net. Strand Larsen's just a little bit too slow. And then other than that, we created absolutely nothing of note in the second half. What my concern is at the moment is the players just seem devoid of any sort of confidence, any sort of effort. And it is concerning, massively, massively concerning. I know there will already be comments, and a lot of people already resigned to this football club going down. If Wolves want a fighting chance, to stay in this league, they need to change something. Unfortunately, you can't sack 22 to 25 players. You have to sack the head coach and his staff. I wish we could sack the guys at the top, but unfortunately that's not really going to change things between now and January on the pitch. So something needs to change for Wolves if they want any chance of staying in the Premier League. I think they're delaying the inevitable if they don't do that this weekend. And Jeff Shee, he's on record of saying that they took too long to sack Gary O'Neill. Unfortunately, this is going the exact same way as that. And Wolves, if they want to save and have any chance of staying in the Premier League, they need to change now. Harry Wilson grabbed the second for Fulham from range, a really nice finish to be fair. And then the third goal is yet again another own goal. We saw that in the previous away game against Sunderland. Krejci scored an own goal. And going back to what I said, when things are against you, unfortunately that's just the way it's going to go. But Wolves need to create their own look. They need to create their own goals. They need to create their own wins and work. We need to work in the confidence. And I just think when you're leaving out, and there's obviously something behind the scenes between João Gomez and Andre and the head coach, when you're leaving out two of your more talented footballers, I think that's a cause for concern. And just again, I've not seen, and I'll quickly look now, but I've not seen anything that was said post-match yet. But just the reaction from him at full time. I don't know if he knows his time is up in charge of this football club. And a capable football club will have people lined up, or a list of people that they're ready to approach. Unfortunately, Wolves haven't shown us enough as a football club that they are capable, and that's what I'm concerned about. And I don't necessarily think your phone is going to be ringing non-stop with top quality managers when you're sat at the foot of the table, you're a certain amount of points adrift, and you haven't necessarily got an ownership and a board and a chairman that have been covering themselves with glory over the last 2 or 3 years. So it's a concern. It's a heavy defeat against the Fulham team who had lost their last 4 in the league, scraped past Wickham in the League Cup. The red card, like I said, scuppered those plans. But the state of this club at the moment is an absolute mess. And it's just boring to talk about at the moment. It is really, really frustrating to talk about. I do not recognise this football club in its current state. I would love to see or hear from the club in regards to what is their plan, what is their project, what is their roadmap and direction of where they want this football club to go. What are they selling to these players that they're bringing in the summer? What is this so-called project these players are buying into? I would love someone from the club to send me whatever spiel or PowerPoint that they're showing these agents and these football players, because whatever it is total rubbish. And as a fan of this football club, I cannot see which direction we're going in other than backwards. And I'm really, really concerned now of what division the football club are going to be in next season. But once again, an awful performance. The red card killed us, but so did the starting 11. You cannot go into a game with so many defensive-minded players as well and go 1-0 down within 9 minutes. That is, again, Wolves giving themselves a giving the opposition a huge head start, because Wolves just, I don't know what to say. They're just not showing anything. I have no confidence if we play any team, if we go 1-0 down, I have no confidence to think, yeah, we'll bring this back. None at all. And, Fulham 3, Wolves 0. Let's see what this weekend brings. They may well give him till next week, but personally I think he needs to go now. Give yourself a week or a couple of weeks to try and find somebody and give them the international break to work on things and hopefully improve the fortunes of this football club. But at the moment, it's not looking good. Let me know your thoughts as always, guys, in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.